In search of the greatest ever motorcycle, we've gone through 9 incredible bikes. We've raced and beaten a jet. We've ridden hands-free. Great bikes that combine performance with romance, styling with sex. But none are as revolutionary as our #1 machine. It's been in production for almost 50 years and has put whole nations on the road. The greatest motorcycle ever is the Honda Cub.
The Honda Cub is the bike that made Honda.
It was just a motorcycle that took over America.
The Honda Cub has to be #1 because it's the biggest selling bike of all time. You can't argue with that.
With more than 40 million Cubs built, that's more than the entire population of Canada.
What Soichiro Honda wanted to do when he designed the Cub was to have an incredibly simple machine that would have huge mass appeal.
The engine in the Honda Cub is not more complicated than the engine in a lawnmower.
Although it's got just 4 brake horsepower, it can pull 50 miles an hour with its 1-cylinder air-cooled engine and 3-speed automatic gearbox. You don't get much simpler than that.
It's sort of what got motorcycle people started, because you could go down and buy it and it ran forever.
It was a get-on-and-go vehicle, and this was the key to Honda's tremendous success marketing his products in the United States.
In the 50s, motorcycling had such a bad reputation. If you were a biker, you were either a rocker or a Hell's Angel. In order to sell the Cub, Honda had to appeal to a new type of rider: ordinary people.
Anybody could ride one. Your parents wouldn't get mad at you. In fact, your parents wanted to ride that motorcycle when they saw it.
The world was hooked, and it wasn't long before the Cub went global.
This is the amazing new Honda Super Cub with a unique 4-stroke engine to zip you up hills, give you up to 221 miles per gallon, and speeds up to 40 miles per hour.
Everyone's ridden a Honda Cub. You know, everyone from Bangkok to Birmingham.
The Cub was built to be abused. This isn't the kind of machine that you're meant to lavish love and care on. These things are designed to be driven into the ground.
It doesn't matter what the Cub faces, it seems to keep running. So the greatest ever is going to put it to the test. And who better to help us than Charlie Borman, who with actor Ewan McGregor pushed his bike to oblivion around the world.
Okay, today we're going to try and destroy a Cub 90. And I've been told that you can drain the oil and put any old oil in it.
There we go. Can I take a tub of some old cooking oil?
Stupidly, what I've done is I've left a nut inside here. So now I'm going to have to fiddle around for the nut. I'm going to put this chip oil in there. It's pretty rank stuff. It's almost a Formula 1 oil change, that. I would say, you know, you shouldn't try this at home. Okay? Well, just have a quick drive around the block and see what happens. Okay. The chip oil seems to be fine. We've been driving around a little bit on it, and you can still bounce off corners. Oh, I could almost say that it was running better on this oil.
Hiya, can I take 80 pizzas, please?
The Cub weighs just over 50 kilograms, so Charlie's next challenge is to overload it until it carries 4 times that.
There's not enough weight with the pizzas, so we're going to, I want to buy some more fruit and get as much on as possible. Look, that's the old sort of... Oh, it's top heavy.
All this fruit and pizzas weigh 200 kilograms, the equivalent of a small family. Well, not as conclusive as we'd hoped, so time to try something more drastic.
You can shoot one and it'll keep on running. You can crash them, the handlebars will bend and all that kind of stuff, the bodywork will bend, but it'll still keep running.
They were bulletproof. I mean, as far as the motors and stuff went, they were pretty good.
We've tried taking the oil out and filling it up with this horrible greasy fat from that pizza place.
We've tried loading it up so that it can barely move with too much weight, and it still goes. So now we're going to chuck it off a building and see if it goes after that.
The bike is going to fall 22 meters to the ground. Surely that should kill it.
Here we go! That looks all right, actually. The wheels are dented, but it looks all right.
The bike was traveling at 54 miles an hour when it hit the ground. There's surely no way it can still work.
See if we can get it moving. Oh, I think it's buggered, really. Anyway, we'll see. Let's get it started. See if we can start it, and we'll see what happens there. Okay. Ooh. You see the indicator? It's working. Let's get it into gear. Well, it's still going-ish. At least it went forward, and so effectively the bike has won, and they are indestructible. It's you know, testimony to the bike.
If you're seeking to destroy a Honda Cub, if you have sufficient amounts of C4 explosives, you'll probably be successful. Other than that, you got no chance of knocking one down. They'll just keep coming. It's like Dirty Harry.
The Honda Cub helped build an automotive empire, still going strong after 47 years. It's cheap, simple, exciting to ride, and definitely indestructible. It is the greatest ever motorcycle.